So recently we involved a number of local artists in a project that we called Exile on Meridian Street. And one of the artists that we asked to contribute to this tribute project to the Rolling Stones Exile on Main Street 50th anniversary was Brother Oh Brother. And when we started digging into some of the other things that some of these artists are doing, we found that Chris Banta of Brother Oh Brother has put out well, Chris is here. Chris.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And I found out about this thing that you did, and I just had to have you on the show about it. Brother Oh Brother has a new album out?
Yeah, we have a new album called Skinwalker that just came out on Romanus Records, which I own.
That's your record label?
Yeah, but we've got about 30 different artists we've worked with on the label. And I've been working on custom, really insane insertion engineered vinyl for about 7 years.
Before we get to what you did this time, can you give me a few examples of some of the other crazy stuff that you've done with vinyl?
Yeah. So some of this I'm like the only person on the planet who does. I'm the only person who does what I do as a full-time job on planet Earth, which is an interesting thing to think about.
What a gift. What a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So we've done sand-filled records, liquid-filled, holographic, like etched. I mean, I did a record filled with real scorpions a few months back. Like that was that was a mess.
Was this a metal band? What is this?
It was for actually King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and so I didn't source these scorpions. I have two sides of my business. I have my label side, Romanus Records, and then Romanus Custom Vinyl Manufacturing, where I do this insane stuff for other bands and labels.
Yeah.
And this label in Chicago was like, "Hey man, I want to make a record filled with bugs. I'm a bugs man." And I'm like, "All right, well, I really don't like bugs," but he's like, "Well, I got these scorpions, and they're all in formaldehyde. This guy in Kentucky's got he's got enough to make like 50 records." And so, made 50 of these records filled with scorpions. And look, animal rights, whatever, like they were already dead. They've been in this place for 30 years. They bought them off some old man. So I wasn't out hunting scorpions or something. Made that. I mean, just blood-filled records. I don't know, just all kinds of stuff. Like it's been a wild ride.
And so this one that we're about to talk about, well, this is your record, first of all. This is your band.
It is, yeah.
And I've never seen anything quite like this. Tell me what it is. It's a guitar pedal.
Yeah, so I worked with a good friend, ADD Pedals. He's an Indiana-based pedal company, and he makes some awesome pedals that have a lot of just like massive amounts of functionality. And after I made the Scorpion-filled record, there was some engineering breakthroughs on my end, and I was like, "Hey, man," he asked about collaborating or something, and I don't think he was thinking, "Let's make a guitar pedal record." But I said, "Hey, like a guitar pedal record?" He's like, "I don't know, can we do that?" I was like, "I think we can." And so it took a couple months, and but now it's good to go, and it's something that we'll be able to do for more and more bands, and like theme it to the release, So this is my new album. It's Brother Brother. The album is called Skinwalker, and it's two different pedals. The A side is the boost.
Okay.
And
like an overdrive?
Overdrive, yeah. And then the B side is a delay pedal of the album. And the whole thing with any of these things I make, they have to still be playable.
It's playable.
Yeah. If the record won't play, it kind of defeats the purpose, So it'll play, but I will tell you, this is on one. I mean, it is maxed. But it plays great, though.
It's about an inch thick.
Yeah, it plays great. Like, it's definitely the biggest record ever made that actually works, for sure. So it's been a cool thing, but the tech within this is going to allow me to do even more ridiculous stuff.
Well, and this is radio, so listeners can't see that
imagine.
You have a guitar on strapped to you. So can we hear it in action?
Yeah. So like, just for reference, so like here's like a clean tone. Just like your clean tone. This pedal has two different settings.
Oh, there it goes.
So this is like your cleaner of the distortion. It's like a little brighter. And then this is like your just monster crunch, which is what I like.
Nice.
And it's all in a record.
You can pop it on a turntable.
You can pop it on a turntable and listen to it. It's definitely a collector aspect to all this, but I also, as we do more over time, I want to make a full-blown pedal rig that's just these humongous 12-inch records and have like 7 pedals and have a delay and a tremolo and just have this huge thing that'll just be, 10 foot long, but it'll look really cool.
Well, so how many of these did you make, or are you still making them? Are they all spoken for? Can I buy one?
Yeah, they're all spoken for.
Okay.
I mean, we could sneak you one out the door. But we made 35 sets, and it was $400. So it's not cheap, but essentially it's 2 guitar pedals.
Yeah.
So most guitar pedals cost about 150 new. So like you're getting 2 guitar pedal records. So you're basically paying $50 for innovation on each one. We'll definitely do bigger runs with other bands and things down the road, but this is the first go around. We'll be able to release them in a single form where it's just one pedal, so it won't be so expensive in the future. It's been really cool. We got so much press from this, like Classic Rock Magazine, Ultimate Guitar, NME. I mean, Yahoo News and Apple News were aggregating about it, and Guitar World, just anything you could think of. It's been cool.
Man, it's totally cool. Chris Banta of Brother Oh Brother and of Romanus Records, talking about the Brother Oh Brother Skinwalker special release guitar pedal set.
Thank you, man.
And again, you can't buy one.
They're sold out. They're sold out.
They're also all 35 of them are sold out. But what a cool idea! I'm sure it won't be the last time we see something like this from you and Romanus Records. Chris, thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.